Hello Rod, my name is Uber and I would like to welcome back in Hellraid. And with a very sad news, the final update for both Hellraid, the youngest of Dying Light DLCs, and for Dying Light 1 is here. So there will be no more events, no more updates, no more bundles, bug fixes and so on and so on. After 7 years of development, the time has come. The final update is here. And as I said, there is a lot of changes, not only to Hellraid, because there is a lot in Hellraid going on right now, but also in normal Dying Light 1. For example, there has been a lot of balancing in Be the Zombie mode, and there is new bundle called Dieselpunk bundle. There was Tolga and Fatin event that gave us really fucking amazing weapon. We had free update from the standard edition of the game that contained just the story, just Dying Light 1 base stuff, to enhanced edition of the game that contained the story, the following DLC, Cuisine and Cargo DLC, Bozak Horde DLC, Ultimate Survivor Bundle, and Crash Skin Test Bundle. So basically the first things that launch for Dying Light 1. And people are getting a little bit mad about it, but it doesn't really matter. But with the final update, we'll have no more events, no more other updates, no more bug fixes, no more bundles, DLCs, and so on and so on. So it's really fucking sad. But let's see what we've got right now in Hellraid. What is going on? What's going on with the final update for Hellraid? What they have brought to us. So let's start off with the first thing that you will see when you will, launch Hellraid. To your right or in front of you, depending, is Armory. Armory before was just a place where you could view some of the weapons in cages and you could see what you collected already. For example, there was Fire One from this weird off tour or in the raid mode that you could get. There was Corrupted Justice you getting from the story mode. There was also 2 more weapons, it doesn't really matter. Basically, the display was really small. But right now, it is been completely fucking rewarded. You've got every single weapon over there that you could pick up in Hellraid. And you can come to that weapon and inspect that. And get a little bit of lore. It's really a little bit of lore. Like just, 5 lines maximum, I think I saw. But it's something. You can get a little bit more. You can get a little bit more story from this world. That is really well crafted. So that's that. And also you got still a chest that you could use to resupply your weapons after each raid. So that's great. After that, you'll probably go to the raid mode if you haven't got any story stuff to do, right? So, in the raid mode, you will find, for example, new environmental hazards. You've got, for example, more spikes at the walls or something like that, and more explosive stuff around the place. And basically, because I was already playing Hellraid a lot, I never used that thing. I never used those spikes and so on and so on. But after each time that I haven't used them, I killed the enemies and so on, because when you are going through the raid mode, you kinda remember where the enemies are, how many, and so on and so on. Because of that, I was only running through the enemies, and then I was looking around, and I was like, fuck, there were spikes here, or explosive stuff that I could use. God damn it. And yeah, I went through raid mode a few times already since the update, and I always did that, so... I just would have to get used to that, I would assume, because it has been such a long time that we have been running without that it's just hard to, remember about that. Also, while you'll be running around the raid mode, there is very interesting change, very weird change that I don't really understand. You cannot auto-pick arrows right now from the ground. And that's interesting. I don't know why they did that, because auto-picking arrows, just like, for example, ammo in the base game, is really cool ability to have, You don't have to worry about it. You are just, walking over your enemies that you've been shooting arrows at, and you are just picking stuff up. And I always had maximum amount of arrows. Right now, you've got to look for them. But I think, at least I think, that right now you've got more of them spawning at the place. or I'm just noticing them more, I don't know. But I think there are just a little bit more of them spawning throughout the dungeon that you can just pick up. So that's great. Also, while you'll be exploring the dungeon, there is something new to collect. You've got crystals that are just spawned in the world. They are in fixed locations, of course. And you can just come to them and consume them. You are just breaking them, something like that. And you are getting different effects. But it's not like equivalent of potions, because with potions you are only getting single effect on your character that is lasting for limited amount of time. And this effect, if you've got like consumable potions, you've got good effect, and you've got throwing potions that are having bad effect. For example, basically like grenades. You've got electric, explosive, fire, poison potions that you can throw. That's great. But with crystals, you're getting both buffs and debuffs at the same time. You've got 5 of them. You've got red, blue, green, yellow, white. And I have been reading quite a lot what they are doing exactly. But each time that I'm going to the dungeon, I'm just like completely forgetting about that. And for example, with red, that is giving you double damage, but with that you've got debuff of low stamina regen. So that kinda sucks, right? But overall, I think that I collected all of them when I was running around the raid mode. But as I said, I don't remember what they are doing, and the game is not really telling you what they are doing when you are picking them up, when you are hovering over them. So I kinda wished, that this final update had a little bit of, testing before, so that, for example, they would release an update and say, hey, check it out, that's our final idea for the game, what do you think about it, are there any bugs or things that you would like to be improved? There was nothing. And because of that, we've got crystals that you just kinda use, and if you are feeling lucky, you might get something good, or you will remember what they are doing, and then you will use them, and you say, okay, I want double damage, but at the cost of something, or just not use them. I don't really know. After that, after you will get through the raid mode and so on, you will get out of the Hellraid. There is very important change in Hellraid shop. So basically, that little room in the Slums Tower, the Bracken's Tower, and that you've got the Hellraid machine that you can you can use to access the Hellraid, and also you've got this big chest to the left that is giving you Hellraid shop that you can buy weapons from the Hellraid in the normal world. And right now, everything is 50% cheaper that you are buying from this shop. So that's fucking amazing, because before it was really a grind to get good weapons. Like, also they are not really like good weapons. You can get weapons that are like double the damage of them really fucking easily, but are really cool looking weapons. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. And probably because of that, they reworked it so that everything is 50% cheaper to buy. And also, they have added new things in this Hellraid shop. For example, you can right now buy wands from the shop, and you can run around Haran, killing zombies, bandits, and so on with fucking fire wand, for example. Like, how cool is that? Like, that's fucking amazing thing to use. I had a lot of fun with that. But probably the biggest change, probably the one thing that I wasn't really fucking expecting is that there is new weapon. Very special weapon. Very cool weapon. Very overpowered weapon that they added. That is called Deathbringer. And Deathbringer is a fucking shotgun. Double-barrel shotgun. In medieval fantasy dungeon that you're exploring, you've got double-barrel shotgun. Like, how cool is that? That thing is fucking destroying everything. That thing is one-shot killing most of the enemies. And other than that, it's really cool to use. It has more damage than every weapon that I saw in the Hellraid, every melee weapon that I saw in the Hellraid mode. So because of that, each headshot is one hit kill enemies basically, and it's just so fucking cool to use. Like, you've got a fucking skeleton walking towards you with like a shield, axe, mallet, some kind of sword, and so on and so on, and you're pointing at it with a fucking double barrel shotgun. You're just destroying it with one shot. It's fucking amazing. And you might be thinking, okay, wait, what the fuck? We've got fucking shotgun in medieval fantasy dungeon. Okay, where are we getting ammo for that? And that's the coolest thing. You don't have to get ammo for that. The way that they did it is kinda weird. Yeah, but it's really fucking cool also at the same time. So when you will get this weapon, you are getting 10 ammo, if I remember correctly, in your backpack, 10 shotgun ammo in your backpack, and you've got 1 ammo in shotgun already loaded in. And I'm like, okay, fuck, I only can use it like 11 times? Okay, that sucks a little bit. But then I started shooting and noticed that, wait, my ammo is automatically resupplying? When you are going under 9 ammo in your backpack, you are automatically getting new ammo. So you constantly have enough ammo to continue shooting. Every time you reload, basically you are getting new ammo. How cool is that? I don't know still why they are showing us a little bit of icon at the bottom with how much ammo we've got, because that there is no point in that. In normal game, when you've got ammo, then you know, for example, okay, I've got, like, for example, maximum amount of ammo, I can shoot everything. And then you see that you've got like 5 ammo in your backpack. Okay, I've got to chill out. But right now, there is no point in showing me how much ammo I've got left, because I've got unlimited ammo. So what's the point of showing that? It doesn't really matter. But just something that is a little bit weird. Still, this weapon is fucking amazing to use. Like, the fire rate of that is amazing, but of course it's double barrel with shotgun, so because of that, after 2 shots you've got to reload. But I fucking guarantee you, if you are aiming at your enemy, like 2 shots max is all that I've seen for the enemy. Basically for the tough skeletons and torturers, if you are aiming it right. So, yeah. It's fucking amazing to use. But as I said, it's a little bit weird in the environment that we are in to have fucking shotgun. But still, I think that they just added that in because, you know, as a way to say goodbye, I would assume. And it's really good goodbye to see. I mean, I tried to say something new, but there is nothing else to say about this weapon. It's fucking amazing. It doesn't fit in this place, that's for sure, but it's still fucking cool to use. And the thing is, as I said before, you can get, for example, wands from the Hellraid shop, but also you can get a blueprint for this gun from your fucking shop. And I also, in the patch notes, it was said that you are getting this blueprint after you completed the bounty. But I got this weapon, I got this blueprint before I even completed this challenge that we've got to do. We've got to kill 666 enemies. It was a lot of stuff to do, a lot of enemies to kill. Most of them I found at the location. If you remember, when we were going for the fire wand, we had one location when I thought there was just unlimited amount of enemies spawning, and just standing here swinging my hammer back and forth, changing the weapons back and forth, and so on and so on. It turns out there is not unlimited amount of enemies as I thought, and soon they ended. But then there's another point where there are just spawning a lot of them, and then I found a little bit more of them. It was a lot of grinding. Like 666 enemies seems like not too much, but when you're going in normal Dying Light story mode, following and so on, you've got hordes of zombies that you can just mow through. But with Hellraid, you've got enemies, a lot of enemies that have different difficulty, basically, because you've got, for example, armor skeletons or wizards or whatever. So the 666 enemies is quite a lot to get this weapon, but it's for sure worth it. And as I was fucking trying to say, you can buy this weapon from Hellraid shop and use it, and you're just taking normal shotgun ammo. And it's really fucking cool to use. As I said, the fire rate on that is just fucking nuts. I haven't seen fire rate like that on another weapon. But, of course, it's double barrel shotgun, because of that after 2 shots you've got to reload. That's kinda the thing. Okay, so we went through basically, if I'm checking my notes alright, there have been a lot of bug fixes and improvements. For example, they were fixing, like, for example, texture leeches and so on and so on. There's a lot of stuff in the patch notes. But the thing that we haven't seen is like something else for the story. Because I thought that with final update they would give us a little bit more story, right? You know, do something else with Lucius. Because that was fucking amazing thing to do. Like, the story mode is really the coolest part of the Hellraid, I think. And it sucks that with final update we don't have anything else from the story. Let's give you something else, like Lucius telling us something more. Getting new weapon with Lucius, for example, getting weapon like Deathbringer from a story mode. That would be fucking cool. And he would say to us like, oh, it's corrupted angel, corrupted demon that Anat imprisoned here as an ultimate weapon, but right now we can get that and destroy the hordes of the enemies. Something like that. That would be cool. But no, we don't have anything else from the story. That sucks. But also, I've got a weird question. If I remember correctly, I should have probably checked that, but I believe 2 Hellraid updates ago, we had in patch notes, they said that they added support in Hellraid for events. Events like, for example, we've got Valentine's Day, Halloween Day, Christmas, Easter, and so on in normal game. We have different zombies, different loot, and so on. A lot of cool stuff that happening in the normal game. And they added support for that in Hellraid. Why we haven't seen events in Hellraid? Like, imagine having a fucking Halloween event in Hellraid when every enemy is like on fire with pumpkins, scarecrows, and so on. On Valentine's Day, where every enemy is fucking pink or something like that. Why they haven't added that? I don't know. But still, Hellraid is fucking amazing DLC. The youngest of Dying Light 1 DLCs. But it's almost as cool as the following. If it was released at the point of the following, I think it would be really hard for me to say which one is better. But right now, following is a little bit older and showing a little bit more story and so on. It has been a lot more. It has a lot more time to improve and, you know, get loved by us. But Hellraid is still cool. Really amazing thing to do that you can do with that. And with the Hellraid, there is a lot of fun that you can have with that. And I love just going back into Hellraid, more than normal game even, and just run around, kill enemies and so on. So, for sure, it is not goodbye for Dying Light. It is not the end of Dying Light 1, because there is still amazing community with that game. There is still a lot of people that love this game, but it's the end of updates. There will be nothing new added to the game. And with that, I would like to end this episode right here. So if you like this one, give it a like, and tips, tricks, ideas, anything like that, give me a comment. And if you like some more content like that, then please subscribe. That will be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and of course, see you in the next one. Bye bye.